Hey guys, it's Coach Keaton here. Just want to give you all a quick um, kind of overview of the Scramble for Africa. So, quick lecture on this, both the Scramble for Africa and the Berlin Conference. So, in the 1800s, we see that European countries, and we've already talked about this, that you have the Industrial Revolution that is taking place in Europe. Okay, these European countries are in need of a couple of things that are very important to their success in the Industrial Revolution or industrialism. Okay, so what we see is they need materials, they need resources. Okay, um, they also need new markets. Okay, there's only so many people in so many places within Europe that can purchase their goods, okay, in those markets. And so they're looking to not only find new resources or more resources, but also new markets that enable them to sell those resources. Okay, and so along comes Africa. Okay, the people of Africa, the countries of Africa, the tribes of Africa are simply living their lives. But the people in Europe, the major European countries, realize that Africa possesses valuable resources. Okay, and these valuable resources include things like gold, diamonds, rubber, cotton, and more. And they also possess markets. Okay, there are people in those areas in Africa that can not only be used to help gather those resources, okay, but then also purchase those resources. We kind of call that a captured market. We'll talk more about that. But all of this enables not only growth of resources and sales, but growth of markets. Okay, Africa also possesses a valuable trade route called the Suez Canal. And if you look here on the screen, this little blue line here, that's the Suez Canal. Okay, it's in Egypt. All right, and it connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. Okay, and this is extremely valuable. All right, because not only can this be used to get resources back and forth to Europe, but it also opens it up to be able to get resources to the east, to countries in the Far East. Okay, or even in the Middle East. All right, so countries like India, China, others. All right, so this is extremely valuable, and these European countries understand. Well, if we possess, we impact, we possess this land and these people and these resources, then not only do we gain more resources that we can sell, make more money, but we also become more powerful. Okay, so what we have is these European countries began to imperialize Africa, all right, and colonize Africa. So they began coming in and planting colonies here in Africa to gain possession of their resources and, honestly, their people. Okay, and they also understand that not only by gathering gaining these resources does it help their cause during the Industrial Revolution, but the gaining more people enables them to become more powerful militarily and having more influence within the world. And we'll see how this leads into World War I. All right. Well, at first, there's kind of this free for all where these European countries are coming into Africa and just kind of taking over wherever they want to. But this is leading to issues between these European countries, strife between these European countries. And so, as a result, in 1884, this gentleman from Berlin, from Germany, Otto von Bismarck. All right, so he's a German statesman. He holds what's called the Berlin Conference, and 14 countries, none of which are from Africa, come to the conference. All right. And the purpose of the conference is to divide up Africa amongst these countries. Okay. Now, obviously, there's some countries that are there that are represented that are more powerful and therefore gain more. Okay. And the major players in this are countries like Great Britain, France, Belgium, and Portugal. All right. They are the major players. And so, obviously, being the major players, the most powerful and most influential, they gain the majority of the land to colonize. Okay, and therefore they gain the majority of the people and the majority of the resources. Okay, and so this is that scramble for Africa as they move into these areas. All right, now this impacts Africa in often very tragic ways. Okay, obviously the people that were free people of these lands in Africa now find themselves often enslaved. Okay. You have these white European countries that are coming in that really feel like that it is their duty, their solemn duty, um, to convert these what they call savages to Christianity and things like that. This leads to some really horrible interactions as well between the those that are coming in and imperializing or colonizing these lands and the indigenous people of Africa. Okay, it leads to horrible treatment of them. We also see that at the Berlin Conference, when they divided up Africa, they took into no consideration the natural boundary lines between tribes or cultures or anything like that, and this caused major strife between these cultures, between these tribes, between these indigenous people in Africa, and then caused fighting. And then what's even worse about that is that the Europeans that were colonizing often used that, all right, to their advantage to keep the tribes at warring against each other, because if they were divided, they could not gather together and overthrow. Okay, so it was to their advantage to keep strife between the groups, because honestly, at the end of the day, if the people of Africa would have banded together, they could have they far outnumbered the Europeans that had come in. Now there were other things you'll learn about during the imperialism portion of this unit that Europeans had that gave them somewhat of an advantage to keep the African people at bay. But again, it was to the European countries' advantages to see the Africans warring or at odds with each other, in conflict with each other. This often led to civil wars and then genocide as well, meaning killing of their own. Okay, we see a great, or not great, we see a horrible example of this in when in Rwanda, when the strife between the Hutus and the Tutsis that led to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of deaths of killing their own people. Okay, it's just a horrible, horrible situation that still, honestly, in many ways, impacts Africa today. So that is the scramble for Africa. All right. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of that. That as we move into this imperialism portion of the unit, you have a little more understanding of what this was all about. So, thanks a lot. Hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.